Motivation. A simple trick to never lose it. The first thing we're told when we set goals is to write them down in a clear and quantifiable way on a piece of paper. This way, we'll always have them clearly in front of us, and they remind us every day as soon as we wake up and every night before we go to sleep of why we're making sacrifices, whatever these goals are. However, our most ambitious goals often require a lot of time and work to be attained, and so the next step is fundamental. Dividing each of our main goals into a series of small objectives that are more easily reached, which allows us to monitor our progress step by step, preventing us from falling into the discomfort many people fall into when they only focus on the final goal, instead of on the necessary, often long process to reach it. If you've never followed the process just described when you've set goals in the past, I recommend that you do so. As trivial as it may seem, I assure you that by putting this simple process into practice, you'll immediately increase your productivity, and not just by a little. But this isn't the purpose of this video. It's rather the premise. Now we'll see how to take this small process to the next level. It'll allow us in a very simple way to make a real leap in quality, particularly helping us not to lose the enthusiasm and motivation we generally have at the beginning of a new project. We often lose that motivation when the results aren't what we hoped for or when they're slow to arrive. And then we find ourselves inevitably abandoning what we started with so much hope halfway through. And please, keep a piece of paper that you've written your goals on with you. The prospect theory is a decision theory formulated by the Israeli psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky in 1979. This theory provides a description of how individuals behave when faced with a decision. The prospect theory focuses in particular on risky decisions. For the purposes of this video, I want to concentrate on the part concerning human aversion to loss. For most individuals, the motivation to avoid a loss is far greater than the motivation to achieve a win. This general psychological principle, which is probably linked to a sort of survival instinct, makes sure that the same decision can give rise to opposite choices if the outcomes are represented to the subject as losses rather than lost wins. It was estimated that we humans are at least 2 times sadder when we undergo a loss than we are happy from an equally sized win. This relationship, however, can grow from 2 up to 3 to 5 times bigger based on an individual's capacity to accept loss. For example, a $100 loss will have a 3 to 5 times higher emotional impact than a gain of $100 will have in a positive way. When we set goals, we always tend to concentrate on the beneficial effects that they can have for our life. For example, we go to the gym to sculpt our body and be more attractive, or we work hard to earn money and buy the house of our dreams, or we'll even study a new language to have new work opportunities. You get the idea. Now, let's turn to the piece of paper upon which you wrote your goals, and alongside that, have a blank piece of paper. If, for example, your goal was to lose 20 kilos by going to the gym 3 times a week and by following a healthy diet, on the completely blank sheet, write what you could lose if you continue not training yourself by living a sedentary life and by eating unhealthy food. Concentrate not on the benefits, but the losses. You'd probably gain more weight, you'd become less attractive, your health would be affected with possible series of consequences in the future. Use the same approach for any other goal you have and ask yourself what you have to lose if you don't manage to achieve it. What you have to lose if you continue doing what you've always done without improving yourself. For once, feel free to vent all your pessimism. Don't cheat by trying to memorize these potential negative effects. It's important that you write them down. Then, keep this piece of paper always visible beside the original one on which you wrote your goals, and study them every morning as soon as you wake up and every night before going to bed and sleeping. By following this technique, you'll use this prospect theory and the human aversion to loss to your advantage to motivate yourself to never give up. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to push the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Also, don't forget to activate the notification bell. This way you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded on the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.